Hello everyone, I'm Giuseppe Mammano, welcome back. Today we are going to do a plein air painting and we're gonna try to paint some snow. First snow of the year came pretty late. We are almost the end of January. So I had to go out and do this plein air painting in this beautiful place. I start my painting. I paint a real quick some sky that you can see through the trees. And now I'm painting first all the shadow because I know that the light gonna change very soon. We have some clouds in the sky. So I'm trying to establish the shadow first before the light change. So usually my plein air painting, I paint all the dark first. It makes my job more easy. I start with the things that are far from me first and come to the foreground. So you see, I paint lighter tone on the far way, and you will see me paint darker and more saturated tone in the foreground and middle tone. I gave myself 1 hour to finish this plein air painting. I usually give myself 45 to 1 hour, and because it's cold today, I maybe try to finish it earlier. The first part of the painting, try to go very, very quick. Try to match up the color and put in the canvas. And I will come back and do some detail after. I took a couple pictures with my phone and kinda gave myself a composition. So sometimes I look to my phone and see what my composition is. But for the color, I just look in front of me, the real landscaping, because the picture can distort the color in my phone, so I try to don't depend on that. Now I start putting still some dark on the water. The water looks very dark on the far, and in the foreground, later, I will paint some kind of underwater rocks. I will show you how I did that. Now I start coming in the middle ground, and all my tone get more saturated, darker, and my light more lighter. When you paint snow, it's snow. Okay, now here I'm working in this water, here in the foreground. I can see all the rocks there underneath the water. And just with a dark color, put a couple line over there, and now I put some highlights on the rocks. Later I will put some reflection and details on top. I did my shadow, and even the white snow, the first coat, is darker. It's not right now, even if you see the light part of the snow, it's not completely white. I mix that with some burnt umber and ultramarine blue and white. So at the end, when I'm gonna apply my highlights in some place like a pure white, you will see them more. There's a lot of trees there in the hill, and pretty quick I put there this tree, and the color of the tree they are more on the far, on the landscaping, the color is more lighter and less saturated. And now here in the middle ground and the foreground, I will put more dark tone for these trees. Now my intention on this painting is probably to come back in studio and finish up. So I know that I had a lot of tree, more than the one that I paint, but I decided to keep this painting simple, so when I come back in studio I can add all the details thereafter. I'm making here some shadow from the trees. The color that I use is a kind of bluish, purplish, and you see how they look nice there in the white snow. start doing some details, some little trees. Or when you paint plein air, there's a lot of things going on. First of all, you are outside, you don't have most of the time that you will have in studio. And like today, it's so cold, so in this little time that you have, your mind goes like 100 miles an hour. So you gotta try to do faster than you can and make this paint the best that you can in only 45 minutes to 1 hour. Now I'm working on the water, and especially the water and all the reflection is something that you gotta really look your subject and see all the reflection, or it will be too plain. And I first started this water putting all just the dark, and after looking and looking, I could see so many reflection. And especially the thing that I like was all this rock that you could see through the water. Once again, I will go back in studio when it's dry and work back on this painting, and probably explain better all the things that I did, especially in the water. Now I start applying some more thick paint, and this is the highlight of the snow. Now, in oil painting, I always paint the shadow with fluid paint, liquid paint almost, and very thick paint on my highlights. That's because if you put thick paint on the canvas and leave some texture, the light gonna hit on this, and the eye gonna see it more. At the end, I start putting some foliage, and I did a mix of dark tone and add a little bit of green, very dark green. There's not a lot of green in the tree, but you can see some of it. It was a nice experience on this painting. At this point, I remember my feet were freezing, so I end up speed up my process and wrap up this painting, and maybe go in studio the next day and work a little bit more on it. Alright guys, we're done for today. I hope you guys enjoy. I really have fun. I hope you guys too. Please remember to subscribe my channel for more videos like this. If you want, you can check out my website at giuseppemammano.com. It's getting very cold here. I'll see you very soon. Ciao.